I saw your piece in the Mail on Sunday today.
Yeah.
Very good. Just explain what it was.
Well, Meghan doesn't really care that we don't like her video. So this time last week, I was on this show and the video had just dropped of her twerking in the hospital suite when she was giving birth to Lily.
Should we remind ourselves of what that is before we get stuck into your analysis? Let's take a look.
She gon' do that, baby mama. Drop it.
Oh, God, it's the song as well. It's so inane. Anyway, sorry, so what have you found out?
Well, this time last week, I was on this show going, I don't know what she was thinking, why has she done this? It couldn't be more of an own goal. But I think it was actually tactical, because what I've since discovered is that she's about to reveal that she's going to make a rosé wine, and she's going to drop, in the next day or two, she's going to reveal more products from her, her business, as ever. And apparently there's going to be a different kind of jam, maybe a strawberry jam. There might even be a lemon curd.
What happened to the first jam?
It was sold out almost instantly.
Oh, it was popular?
Yeah, it was really popular. It sold out instantly.
What sort of loser buys that? Sorry. You've got to be a real loser to buy her stuff.
But my point is that actually I think she went viral on purpose and she knows exactly what she's doing. Because she's about, at the end of the month, she's about to relaunch her website with all these new products to sell.
So you think it was calculated? You think she's got a new wine coming out, a rosé?
Yeah, and actually her team have counted this video as a win because I must be getting old because I thought it was the worst video. But apparently the Gen Zers loved it. They totally got it. They bought into it. Apparently it was her most successful social media post ever. And all the Americans apparently love it.
Hate watching. I've seen it a bunch of times. That's because I was hate watching it.
I guess it's any publicity is good publicity.
But isn't it about the difference in culture between the US and this country? I mean, I watched that and it's a bit icky. And I think, weird. But in the US, that kind of thing goes down well, and her big market is the US.
Exactly that. So she's trying to sell these products to the US. She doesn't care about us. We're probably not going to buy her jam, and there's not many of us. But, there's a lot of Americans out there. So she only really wants it to go viral in America anyway.
There comes a point when you've just had enough. When the lies have piled so high, when the hate has gotten so loud, when the people who should be ashamed have doubled down instead, and you realise it's time to speak louder than ever. Because if they're going to lie boldly, we're going to tell the truth unapologetically. This is for everyone who's sick and tired of the abuse hurled at Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. This is for everyone who's watched the media machine twist joy into scandal, twist love into controversy, and twist truth into fiction. But most of all, this is for Harry and Meghan, because through it all, through the racism, the bullying, the gaslighting, the character assassinations, they are still here, still standing, still thriving. And if that makes their haters uncomfortable, good. Welcome to the Royal Sussex Squad, the space where we hold the line, clap back with facts, and make absolutely no apologies for defending two people who have shown more grace, more dignity, and more strength than the entire institution they walked away from. So get comfortable, get focused, and get ready, because today we're diving deep into the latest smear campaign. The bold truth brought forward by Christopher Bouzy, and the beautiful way Meghan turned hate into triumph yet again. Let's go. Let's start with the man of the hour, Christopher Bouzy. If you don't know his name, you should, because this man is out here doing the work, real work, not tabloid gossip, not anonymous sources, but data-driven research that exposes the organised hate machine targeting Meghan Markle. Bouzy is the founder of Bot Sentinel, a platform that analyses online disinformation and trolling. And when it comes to Meghan, what he found is absolutely damning. He uncovered a coordinated campaign, a whole ecosystem of accounts working together to smear Meghan's name. Fake accounts, burner profiles, bots, paid agitators. It's not random. It's not just angry people ranting online. It's a system. And Meghan has been in its crosshairs from the very beginning. What does that tell you? It tells you that Meghan Markle didn't just break the royal mould, she shattered it. She wasn't supposed to have a voice. She wasn't supposed to stand up for herself, and she definitely wasn't supposed to tell the truth. But she did. And they've been punishing her for it ever since. Christopher Bouzy appeared in the Harry and Meghan Netflix docuseries back in December 2022. He didn't just talk the talk, he brought receipts. He showed how a handful of toxic accounts were responsible for the majority of hate against Meghan. He revealed how the narrative was being manipulated by bad actors, and now he's speaking up again. In a recent interview, Bouzy called out what he rightly described as ridiculous lies being spread about Meghan. And let's just pause there for a second, because he's absolutely right. The lies aren't just offensive, they're absurd. They're the kind of wild, frothing-at-the-mouth nonsense that should be laughed out of the room, but instead they're platformed, retweeted, monetized, and echoed by so-called journalists who wouldn't know integrity if it bit them. Bouzy said, and I quote, "It would be easy to laugh at such absurdity if it weren't so destructive." Think about that. Meghan has been subjected to the kind of harassment most people couldn't survive. It's relentless, it's cruel. And it's not just online. It has real-world consequences. This isn't some digital drama. It's a coordinated campaign of psychological warfare. He went on to say that these lies have escalated into a full-blown harassment campaign against Meghan and her family. Let's be clear. This isn't just about Meghan. This is about Harry. This is about Archie and Lilibet. This is about trying to destroy an entire family because they dared to say no more. And let me tell you something, the British press and the toxic fandoms that fuel this abuse don't want accountability, they want submission. But Meghan will never bow, and neither will Harry. Bouzy also touched on something deeply important. How these conspiracy theories, when allowed to grow unchecked, corrode our collective grasp on reality and decency. Yes, that's the real danger here. It's not just about Meghan. It's about the sickness in society that turns women into targets, especially black women. It's about a world that sees a confident, intelligent, successful woman and says, who does she think she is? Well, let me answer that. She's Meghan Markle. She's the Duchess of Sussex. She's a mother, a wife, an advocate, a businesswoman. She's the real deal, and she's not going anywhere. Now, let's talk about the twerking video, because the way this harmless, joyful moment got twisted into a controversy is a case study in how desperate her haters are. Last week, Meghan and Harry celebrated Princess Lilibet's 4th birthday. During the party, a short video clip of Meghan dancing, just dancing, having fun like any mum at a kid's party, started circulating online. She was twerking, smiling, living her best life. And the reaction? Well, it split the internet. In the United States, and particularly among younger audiences, the response was overwhelmingly positive. People loved it. They saw a woman enjoying her child's birthday, being relatable, being fun. They saw authenticity. But in the UK, the reaction was as predictable as rain in London. The British press went full panic mode. Vulgar, unroyal, improper. And here we go again. It's like clockwork. Meghan can't even dance without being dragged. But you know what? She doesn't care. According to sources close to the Sussexes, Meghan is pleased with the response, especially in America, because she knows who her audience is. She's not trying to win over the same people who smeared her during her pregnancy, made her cry before her wedding, or turned her every move into a scandal. She's not here to please the UK tabloids. She's here to live her life and build a legacy on her own terms. The source said it clearly. Meghan doesn't care about the haters in Britain calling her vulgar. Americans thought the twerking video was hilarious and relatable. And honestly, isn't that the truth? We're living in a world where relatability is a currency. And Meghan knows exactly how to connect. That's what her brand as ever is about. Real moments, real people, real life. They said the viral moment could actually boost sales for her brand. And why wouldn't it? People don't want staged perfection. They want real. Meghan is giving us that. She's being herself. And the world is responding, especially Gen Z, who understand that joy, self-expression and confidence are power. Another insider made it plain, Meghan wants to connect with Gen Z, which demands viral moments. She doesn't care about the UK because that's not where the money is. And again, facts. The UK didn't support her. The institution didn't protect her. The media didn't respect her. Why on earth would she prioritise that audience? She's focused on growth, love, success and the future. And let's be honest, those standards that British royal watchers cling to, they're a relic, a facade. Meghan isn't playing that game, and frankly she never needed to. As the insider said, Americans don't care. To us, it's a soap opera. And there it is. The media storm, the fake outrage, the headlines, none of it is real. It's theatre. And Meghan isn't acting in their show anymore. She's writing her own script. Let's zoom out for a second. Think about the arc of this story. Meghan went from being vilified and hunted by the press to owning her narrative, dancing with her daughter, and building a brand that reflects her truth. That's power. That's victory. That's the definition of rising above. So let them talk. Let the haters tweet. Let the press foam at the mouth. Because while they spin, Meghan is building. While they seethe, Harry is protecting. While they lie, the Sussexes live. And we will always be here, countering the hate with love, truth and loyalty. And as always, we'll close with this. If you're tired of the lies, if you believe in standing up for what's right, if you believe in lifting up those who are constantly torn down by the media machine, then this is your space. This is your squad. You are not alone. Make sure you subscribe so you never miss an episode. Hit the notification bell so you're the first to hear the truth. And if you want to support the Royal Sussex Squad, hit that super thanks button. Every single one of your comments, likes and contributions keeps this community strong and helps us continue the work of defending Harry, Meghan and anyone who dares to rise above the noise. Meghan Markle's pal hits back at ridiculous lies about Duchess of Sussex. He featured prominently in the couple's Netflix documentary series. Christopher Bouzy, a friend of Meghan Markle, has spoken out against what he describes as ridiculous lies circulating about the Duchess of Sussex on social media platforms. Bouzy leads Bot Sentinel, a social media analysis company that has investigated the organised trolling directed at Meghan Online. His research identified dedicated social media accounts systematically targeting the Duchess. He featured prominently in the couple's Netflix documentary series Harry and Meghan, which aired in December 2022, where he discussed his findings about the harassment campaign. Meghan Markle's pal hits back at ridiculous lies about Duchess of Sussex. Getty, Netflix. The social media analyst told Newsweek, "It would be easy to laugh at such absurdity if it weren't so destructive." Over the years, these ridiculous lies have cascaded into a full-blown harassment campaign against Meghan and her family. Bouzy emphasised the serious consequences of such online behaviour, stating, "We cannot ignore the real-world impact that this kind of sustained conspiracy harassment has." He asked people to consider how it would feel to have their happiest and most vulnerable moments transformed into ammunition for hate. Speaking this week, Bouzy warned of wider implications. Beyond the personal toll on Meghan and Harry, there's a broader societal damage to consider. He added, "When conspiracy theories like these flourish, they corrode our collective grasp on reality and decency." Meanwhile, the Duchess of Sussex is said to be pleased with how her recent twerking video has been received, despite facing criticism in the UK. The 43-year-old shared footage of herself and Prince Harry dancing to celebrate Princess Lilibet's 4th birthday last week, a source close to the Sussexes revealed to the Mail. In the UK, everyone's reaction has been a bit prudish, but everywhere else, particularly in America and especially with young people, it has been a huge hit. The insider added, "Meghan doesn't care about the haters in Britain calling her vulgar. Americans thought the twerking video was hilarious and relatable." The Duchess's team views the video's widespread circulation as a significant victory, according to the source. They believe the viral moment can only boost sales for her lifestyle brand, as ever. The insider explained. Her new products are marketed at Americans and not at the UK market. They added, "Meghan wants to connect with Gen Z, which demands viral moments. She doesn't care about the UK because that's not where the money is." The source suggested she could dismiss the certain standards expected by British royal watchers. "Americans don't care. To us it's a soap opera," the source concluded. "This is the Royal Sussex Squad, and we are just getting started. Stay bold, stay beautiful, stay Sussex strong. We'll see you next time."